How Fear Becomes the New Currency of Control by Graycie Green. The Merchants of Chaos. In a world overwhelmed by conflicting narratives, endless wars, and invisible enemies, the words of L. Ron Hubbard echo louder than ever before. In his writings, particularly in his essay Merchants of Chaos, Hubbard warned us about a category of individuals and institutions that thrive on confusion, conflict, and fear. These so-called merchants profit not only in a material sense, but psychologically and politically by destabilizing societies and feeding off the panic they help generate. Today, we are witnessing the full spectacle of this manipulation on a global scale. Who are the merchants of chaos? Hubbard described the merchants of chaos as those who deliberately spread misinformation, sensationalism, and fear to maintain control. These could be media outlets, political entities, multinational corporations, or ideologically motivated groups. They operate on the principle that a confused, fearful population is easier to control and easier to sell to. These merchants do not merely report on chaos, they create and sustain it. The mechanics of modern propaganda. Today's propaganda isn't just about posters or wartime slogans. It's complex, immersive, and often masquerades as truth. It works in three powerful stages. Stage 1. Identify or create a threat. Be it a virus, a rogue nation, a terrorist group, or even misinformation itself, the key is to build a tangible enemy, something that can be blamed and feared. Stage 2. Amplify fear through media. 24/7 news cycles, social media algorithms, and expert panels continuously reinforce the narrative. Emotion replaces evidence. Panic replaces prudence. Clicks and ratings become the new validation for truth. Stage 3. Offer a single pre-designed solution. Once the public is disoriented, a solution is handed to the people, often at great social, economic, or spiritual cost. It may be mass surveillance in the name of security, restrictive health mandates, or military interventions. The illusion of choice is removed. Their way becomes the only way. Case Study 1. Terrorism and Perpetual War. Since the early 2000s, the global narrative of terrorism has been weaponized to justify invasions, surveillance, and the erosion of civil liberties. The wars in Iraq, Afghanistan, Libya, and Syria, what have they solved? The initial fear was real, but the response was orchestrated, a manufactured need for endless war, with trillions spent and millions displaced or dead. Each new group labeled a threat. ISIS, Al-Qaeda, the Taliban is met with theatrical condemnation, followed by lucrative defense contracts and tightened domestic control. The result? A perpetual state of war. Peace is never profitable to the merchants of chaos. Case Study 2. COVID-19 and the Politics of Illness. When the coronavirus pandemic struck in 2020, it was quickly elevated to global catastrophe status. Fear was omnipresent on every screen, in every conversation. While the virus was real, the manipulation of fear surrounding it was perhaps more dangerous than the illness itself. Draconian lockdowns, economic shutdowns, and mass censorship of dissenting voices defined the response. Meanwhile, pharmaceutical giants saw historic profits. Public health became less about health and more about compliance. Those who questioned vaccine efficacy, origin theories, or government policies were labeled conspiracy theorists, anti-science, or worse, agents of chaos. Ironically, it was the merchants of chaos, silencing those trying to bring clarity. Manufactured consent and the disappearing middle ground. This is the essence of modern propaganda. Eliminate nuance, polarize every issue, and control the center by eliminating it. You're either for us or against us. This binary worldview is perfect for the merchants of chaos. It prevents dialogue, silences moderation, and rewards extremism. From climate debates to gender ideologies, the goal is not consensus or understanding, it's submission to a predetermined agenda, the cost to the human spirit. When fear becomes the foundation of society, humanity loses its vitality. We stop asking questions. We isolate ourselves. We medicate our confusion instead of healing it. We outsource our reasoning to talking heads, our morality to political parties, and our health to pharmaceutical corporations. L. Ron Hubbard saw this coming. He emphasized the need for knowledge, clarity, and independent thinking. Without these, we become enslaved, not by physical chains, but by emotional ones. Reclaiming our sovereignty. So how do we cleanse ourselves of this spiritual sickness? The answer lies in awareness and inner resilience. Think critically. Don't accept headlines at face value. Investigate the source, the motive, and the beneficiaries of any narrative. Guard your attention. The real battlefield is your mind. Choose your influences carefully. Rebuild community. Isolation breeds vulnerability. Reconnect with real people in real conversations about real solutions. Embrace holistic health. Physical, spiritual, and psychological well-being cannot be outsourced to institutions that profit from your dysfunction. Stay anchored in truth. Whether through scripture, reflection, or honest dialogue, return to that which nourishes the soul, not just entertains or agitates the mind. Final thoughts. The merchants of chaos thrive on our disconnection from truth, from each other, and from our Creator. But when we recognize the mechanisms at play, we strip them of their power. We become spiritually sovereign again. We stop reacting to fear and start responding with purpose. The world is not hopeless. It is simply in need of healing, and that healing begins not with them, but with us. Thank you for listening. Writing has become a powerful outlet for me to share my thoughts, emotions, and reflections. It truly means so much to feel heard and supported. I deeply admire L. Ron Hubbard for bringing to the West wisdom from the East, and for his willingness to stand strong in a world that even to this day calls him mad. He understood the importance of healing our spirit and avoiding the toxicity of this chaotic world. We still have much to learn from him, and from Scientology's philanthropic vision of healing all of humanity. If you're listening to this, I'd love to know you're here. Leave a comment and share what you've been contemplating lately. References to other philosophers, theologies, or ideas that can help us all grow in consciousness are always welcome. I'm always open to fruitful and friendly dialogue, so feel free to reach out with any questions. You'll find my contact information in my bio. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Your support truly matters, and it helps push through the algorithms. Assalamu alaikum. May peace and blessings always be with you, and remember, the only true religion is the religion of truth. Love always, Graycie